Welcome back to the Brandon K Show. I'm your host, as always, Brandon K. This is a real show. I'm here today with my guest, Gunner. What's up, Gunner?
Cheers.
Gunner was here last week, a week or two ago, with Beatles Best Bangers 1, and we're doing Beatles Best Bangers 2 today. Let's go.
Banging it twice.
Also known as Come Together.
All right.
Come Together.
This episode is titled Come Together by Chuck Berry.
And we want to say first that the Brandon K Show is sponsored by Gift Apply. Gift Apply, charity wrapping paper, flat packed for convenience, eco-friendly and made in America. Each purchase includes a 33% donation to one of 8 incredible causes, including American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, Best Friends Animal Society, Give Kids the World, Be the Match, It Gets Better Project. Elevate your gift giving throughout the year with Gift Apply charity wrapping paper. And I was happy to have those guys on the show last week. They did an awesome job. We learned all about their business and how they're helping charity. Remember, it's the gift wrap that gives back. Utilize coupon code BKShow at checkout to save 25% off your entire order. Thank you again, Gift Apply. And with that, we got our guitars out.
Wow.
We're going to talk Beatles. We're going to play Beatles music. And we're going to go down the list. We left off last time on G. We just went down the list and talked about all our favorite Beatles songs. We decided whether it was a banger or a life changer.
Yeah. We decided. We both decided whether it's a banger or a life changer.
There was a lot of life changers, wasn't there, last time?
Yeah. I think yesterday, life changer.
Mm.
When I first heard yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what else? There was bells. There was bells on a hill. I loved that song growing up. Right. But
All right. So how about Happiness is a Warm Gun? We're on H now. Happiness is a Warm Gun.
All right. Okay.
Banger? I think it's a banger because it's just so
Actually,
good.
Can we just talk about something real quick?
Okay, what do we got?
Those commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast commercials.
Oh, no.
We need to have another episode.
Yes.
About the podcast commercials and what we could do as a community.
Yes.
To eliminate them. All right. Anyways.
Okay.
We'll talk about another episode.
Yes.
Everybody out there, be forewarned that episode will get us in trouble. With,
the no
promoters.
Podcast, the no commercials podcast.
No commercials.
Podcast.
Don't be like Joe Rogan podcast. Well, he's got kind of like the blueprint of podcasting, Have you noticed?
I don't even watch Joe Rogan. I don't even watch podcasts I just do my podcast.
All right. I listened to one Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast.
I used to listen to a show called the Beatles Breakfast with the Beatles.
That was a radio show.
That was a radio show. You remember that?
Yeah, heck yeah.
That was awesome.
Every Sunday morning.
I like radio shows.
Me too.
We talked last time Howard Stern.
Yeah,
Tom
Kevin and Bean.
Kevin and Bean, yeah.
If you live in LA, you know who Kevin and Bean is. No, I loved him too.
KROQ.
KROQ, yeah. All right, well, we got to have that in an episode, the podcast episode.
And then they'd always have their 20 minutes of commercials in between,
They did. They actually had more commercials than anyone because it was like radio broadcasting. It was free.
That's how you pay the bills, yeah.
That's how you pay it. Free podcast. But yeah, it's
Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Yeah, let's get
banger. I think it's a banger. Is it a banger or a life changer?
Happiness is a warm gun. No, that's a song that nobody knows. That's like you lose that song. If you ask someone who's familiar with the Beatles, but not an altogether fan, he's not going to know Happiness is a Warm Gun. In fact, he'll be like, the Beatles sing about a gun,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about that.
That's what I said too.
Do you remember that he actually was just looking at an ad and he just like wrote all the lyrics about like an ad that really said Happiness is a Warm Gun? Do you remember that story?
Okay. I don't even know that
Yeah,
story.
yeah. He had it was a gun, an ad for a gun. And it said Happiness is a Warm Gun, and it had all kinds of art around it, and he wrote the song about it.
Maybe I did hear about it, but I'm not too. It's not. Yeah,
you know anything?
Think about that.
How about this one? Song. Hello, Goodbye.
Oh, life changer.
Yeah.
Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend.
So if I'm thinking about that every day and thinking, okay, I don't want to fight, and like life's too
Yeah.
short, I think that's a life changer.
Life changer, you know?
I think that's a life
It's
changer.
got some good morals. It's got like a good lesson to it. And then also like the hello goodbye part, the Paul part.
Hello, goodbye,
It's
hello,
like,
goodbye. That part.
You say hello.
Oh, yeah.
I say hello, and you say goodbye. Oh, no, wait. You say goodbye, and I say hello, hello, hello.
Yes.
It's about like him chasing a girl, or whatever, right?
We were talking just right
What's that
before.
song about? It's about
we
him
were-
chasing a girl.
We were talking right before the show started about how Paul just makes these little jingles,
Oh yeah,
like just endless jingles comes out of Paul's head for his whole career. You were
the
saying.
little jingles. I know, freaking Paul, huh?
We got Her Majesty was the one that we remember that for, so that's the one. I imagine she's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. I imagine she's a pretty nice girl, but she changed from day to day.
Like to tell her that I love her a lot, but I got to get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty good girl. And someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah, someday I'm gonna make her mine.
It's,
Mhm.
it's
No,
not. It's not even a full song. It's just like a
little jingle,
verse. Yeah.
little verse. It's awesome. Like, come on. And now everybody does it. Like all like Coldplay's got one.
What do they got?
They got it's like bones chasing like stones.
Oh,
all
sure,
that we
sure.
falling for.
Yeah.
This was like a minute song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
We live in a beautiful.
That's actually
world.
the opener to their album, but I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the song "Parachutes" off their first album.
Okay, and they have a secret track in the end
And
too.
they got a secret track at the end. I mean, obviously they were probably influenced by the Beatles, but yeah, they had a song I can't remember right now, but it's called "Parachutes." It's a 1-minute song off their first album.
Yeah, that's the one. The bones sinking.
That's the first song off the album. There's
Yeah.
another one that's short.
And that's the end secret one.
No, that's another one.
So
Yeah.
they do it.
Yep.
Those first two albums were very inspired by the Beatles. I feel, especially the White Album. I feel like they were inspired by the White Album. Then they just
Rush of Cold Blood to the Head. That was white. It was actually white. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, kind of remind me of the White Album, and then Parachutes was kind of I don't know, they're real classical. It was like nice classical, and then they turned like electronic. And I was like, dude, no. And then it just became like the Chris Martin band. I was like, well, he made his money, got his rock star girlfriend, whatever.
X and Y.
Don't
that
hate
was
him.
The third one.
Don't hate him for paying those bills and buying a mansion at it while he's at it, But yeah, the Beatles inspired a lot of people. Let's get back into the Beatles. That's what everybody wants to hear about.
Help is the next one on the list.
That's not only a life changer, that is a like world broadcast music changer right there. That song changed the world. And that is like that's
why do you think that?
Well, because it was about Lennon, the heartthrob rock and roll boy, telling his audience, connecting to his audience. He was telling them that he needs help from where he's at in his mind right now. And so like the world felt his pain, we felt Lennon's pain.
Mm-hmm.
And when that song hit, and we still feel Lennon's pain when we hear that song. And so I think like it got the girls after him, it got the media into him. It got like you had this it got us to feel sympathy for him. Like, we love John. Well, no, we love you, John. We'll help you, John.
You feel like the world felt his pain on that song.
Yeah.
And then they
the
like
world.
related to it as well.
And they did it because it was from the heart.
When I think of that song from a songwriting perspective, I think of like how it's got like that dark energy, but it's a poppy, happy song.
Help?
Yeah, it's like help me, but it's like poppy, like in like the most joyous ways.
It is. I don't listen to it too much because it is a dark song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, help me if you can. I'm feeling down.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me feel down. You have to get into Lennon's shoes to hear that song.
Mm-hmm.
Help me if you can. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please?
And I wonder
help me.
if that was a collaboration. We might have to look it up. If if that was all John or if Paul helped some.
Oh, that was deep into the Lennon McCartney
Yeah.
writing together.
So if there was like a happy part of it, that probably would have been Paul, and then John had like his darkness.
Or maybe he was just like, "Hey, Paul, what do you think?" And Paul's like, "You know what? That's pretty good." And, and that to me, that's collaboration all there already because he's asking Paul, what does he think about his song and his lyrics? How's the beginning of Help go?
Huh?
How does the beginning of Help go?
I need somebody help, not just anybody.
That's how it starts.
I need someone help. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never felt I needed anybody's help in anyways. But now I'm older and those.
Actually, I think.
Now
Okay.
I'm not so self-assured. Not fine.
Here we go. We got lyrics on the screen.
Oh, there we go. See?
I need somebody.
Help. Not just in. This is the part I'm interested in. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, and I'm not so self assured. And I find I change my mind and open up the door. See, like, what does that mean? It's such a,
He did
it's
something.
great.
He did something that changed his mind and helped him.
In so many ways.
My independence seems to vanish in the haze. Can you
haze.
scroll down some? Let's see. He
But
needs help. I'm trying to see if he
every
finds
now
help in
and
this
then,
song.
I'm not
He
so,
finds
I
help.
feel so
if-
insecure. And now I know that I just need you like I never done before. Man, all right. So he's into this chick. She's helping him.
Is really the only line there that's positive as I found is now I find I've changed my mind and opened up the doors. All the rest is like negative. But that's the one part where he's kind of turns it around.
Yeah, and that's the one that hits. That's like, we want to change with Lennon. We feel it too, Lennon. We're tired of living like that too, Lennon. We're
Or
gonna
like-
grab our chick and we're gonna change the door. Open up the door, open up a new door. It's such a metaphor to open up a new door. Like you say that to any human, be like, dude, open up a new door. They'll relate. They'll be like deep, like, oh, okay.
There you go. And I do appreciate you being around. So yeah, it's a love song.
It's a love song, but
It's a
it's
love song.
also a lament. A little lamenting.
Lament song.
I'm insecure. I feel so insecure. Anyways, game changer, life changer, rock and roll. Boom.
We got so many good ones in the H area. Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter. No, rock and roll. That started Led Zeppelin.
They created metal in that song.
Yeah, they did. They created Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath on that song. And Ozzy. They created Ozzy with that song. So for me personally, though, Helter Skelter is not a song that reaches out to me, even though it's a Beatles song that I love. It's a rock and roll song. It's a hard song.
It almost seems like it doesn't like fit on the album. Like it's like so hard that it doesn't even fit with the Beatles.
Yeah, no.
Crazy.
Is that the song when they were trying to go hard? They're like, let's make the hardest song ever.
I
Or
think
no, it was like
Helter
Revolution.
Skelter and Revolution as well. I feel like those are both really hard. Those are both off White Album.
And I wouldn't be too surprised if they were recorded like in that same year, in that same time.
Yeah.
Helter Skelter was on White Album though, right?
Were you gonna say something, Solomon?
No.
Oh,
Go
I
ahead.
thought I heard you say something. So there's that. That's just them creating an entire genre. Then you got Here Comes the Sun.
Yeah, life changer. I spent a lot of high school days in the rain, waiting for the sun. Before school, you'd sit on the bench, with your hoodie on because you're kids. You don't bring umbrellas. You don't think about things like that. So I'd be sitting.
That was Abbey Road, I believe, right?
Here Comes the Sun is Abbey Road. Yeah,
So.
of course it was. And yeah, that song brought me a lot of joy. Lots of joy. Oh man, all the girls, we'd all sit in the rain together. That was like the thing. And then you'd listen to Here Comes the Sun. I don't know. One of us had it on the early MP3s.
It's a great story.
A great story,
Just
sitting on the
hanging out,
picnic
listening
benches.
to the Beatles.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I learned it.
Oh,
on-
remember you'd like put your headphones together and like a girl,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get a chick you like, you
Oh, yeah.
listen to it together.
No.
I
I learned that song on guitar.
Someone had it on MP3 back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, the MP3s that were shaped like CDs.
Yes.
Like he had one.
Oh, wow.
You'd bring it and we'd all be like, dude, gather around it and be like, no, I'll play that song. We'd all listen to it. Trip out, huh? Kids, you would know nothing about this. Even if kids are even watching the show, is that your audience? Is that your target audience?
I don't think any
They
kids.
know MP3s. I mean,
They know MP3s.
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
any kids have found.
They know the
it.
files, MP3 files.
Right.
Oh yeah, but you said you learned how to play Here Comes the Sun.
It's a fun little song to play. It has a special little pick to it. I think
yeah.
it's a Travis pick or something. And yeah.
Travis pick. I learned it too back in the day, but I forgot it now. But I'm certain it's kind of easy. Actually, it's kind of complex, huh? George Harrison song.
I'm trying to remember if that was even when I learned Travis pick, but no, it's like I remember learning that one, and it's like the lower strings, but yeah.
A huge George Harrison song too. Here Comes the Sun. There's something, and then there's Here Comes the Sun. Nobody knows about For You Blues.
Or You Blue.
Because you're sweet and lovely, girl. I love you. I love you in the morning, girl. I do.
Oh, well, the next
That
one's
song's dope.
Here, There, and Everywhere. Was that a George or Here, There?
Running my hands through her hair. Both of us thinking how good it could be. Someone is speaking. Yeah.
I feel like that
Forget how
one's
it goes, but yeah.
Abbey Road. Or
Here, there, and everywhere. That is.
I want her everywhere.
You know what song? That's the Rubber Soul, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Maybe.
Could we get a check on that? song,
Yeah,
man?
yeah. We need help.
What's it called again?
Here, There, and Everywhere.
Let's see.
So let's bet on it. I'm gonna say it was on.
I'm gonna say Rubber Soul.
I'm gonna say It's not even Abbey Road, but I'm gonna say Abbey Road.
All right.
Let's see.
Here, running my hands through her hair. Each one believing that
Album Revolver.
Revolver.
Oh, that was close.
That was close.
Yeah.
I said
I
rubber.
forgot about that album. Otherwise, yeah. Shoot.
Great
Revolver.
lyrics too. Audience out there, look up those lyrics. Really good, sensitive, romantic lyrics.
Can we
Paul
see what
McCartney.
ause was on Revolver?
Yes,
Sure.
let's do
Revolver
that.
track listings.
Can we get the back of the vinyl album so we can take a look at that version?
Let's go ahead. We'll just put it on the screen here.
And then
Yeah.
in the meantime, Hey Bulldog.
Hey, Bulldog. I love that song.
I know that's in Yellow Submarine, right?
I learned that song on the piano. Yeah, Yellow Submarine album. Doom 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 doom. Hey Bulldog.
All right, so here's
Oh, that's the one I'm gonna play. I'm Only Sleeping Today. That's off Revolver.
love
okay,
Hey
show
Bulldog.
more. There we go.
Taxman's amazing.
You know what I love about Hey Bulldog is when you hear John Lennon hackling and he's cracking up. He's like, hey, and he's like, rough. He's like, hey, you got anything? He's like, rough, rough. He's like, got any more? And he's like, oh, wow. And he's like, ha, ha. You hear like John Lennon just laughing his head off, and it's so amazing.
Yeah, they went deep on Revolver. But
They went so deep. Taxman, they got political.
and there's Yellow Submarine is on Revolver,
Huh? Is it
and then it has its own album.
with the movie album?
Yeah, I mean we're looking at it. It says it's on Revolver.
And they made original songs for that cartoon that they made with the Monty Python creators. That's insane, right? Like that's how talented they were. They're like, hey, will you make a cartoon? Oh yeah, all original songs, kind of like lighthearted songs. Done. And Lennon had the chops at the time, the way he looks in Yellow Submarine. General Lennon. But yeah, let's see. Here, There, and Everywhere. Yeah, it's a great song. Great song.
There's so much to talk about. Hey Jude,
Life changer.
the biggest Beatles song ever, probably.
Ever, yeah. I'd say
Or Let
ever.
It Be, or Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Yeah.
The ladies love it too. And that age, people don't know this, but Paul McCartney used to be a philanthropist when he was little. Philanderer. No, just kidding. Yeah, he used to be a womanizer. A lot of people don't talk about that.
Okay.
And so
Allegedly, we don't know for sure.
well, the story I heard, did I say it last week? Was that Lennon, they blamed Yoko for breaking up the band. But at the time,
you said that. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time it was George, Ringo, and John at the studios by themselves because Paul McCartney wouldn't show up because he had a new girlfriend. And every week for like 1968, the entire 1968, Paul McCartney had a new girlfriend every single week. And it didn't slow down until he met Linda, and then, who knows even then.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah. So his publicist, his public relations, used to follow him around, and when he would get with the lady and knock her up, they would pay her money to never talk about it. Are they conspiracies? I don't know. I think they're the truth. I heard them on multiple accounts.
So you're saying there's some young unknown Beatles
Yeah, like Paul McCartney's
walking
probably,
around.
He's probably got more kids than, I'd say, Genghis Khan.
That's crazy.
Paul McCartney.
These are crazy things you're saying.
He's crazy, yeah.
But I did look up. I fact checked you on this idea that it was George who ran away with Ringo's wife, or the opposite way around. Was it George who got Ringo's wife?
George cheated with Ringo's wife.
I looked it up. That's fact. That's a factual.
Yeah, that's the true stuff.
He actually married her after Ringo. Was
Yeah,
married to her.
he
already.
married her.
I think so.
Ugh. Married in sin.
But I mean, I'd have to look at it again. But I
betrayal.
fact checked it, and it was true.
Yeah, it's true. And then Eric Clapton ended up marrying her, I believe. You got to look up that one. And Ronnie Wood got.
Or it might have been
too.
another girl, but yeah, there was a lot of
There might have been a lot of girl, but Ronnie Wood and Eric Clapton and George Harrison shared girlfriends.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know these
Rock
next.
stars.
I don't know these next six, so I'm gonna do them fast. Hippie hippie shake, hold me tight, honey
You got
don't.
the hippie hippie
You know
shake.
them all, but honey pie, honeymoon song, and how do you do it? Do you
How
know
do
most
do
of
it?
those?
What's how do you do it?
I don't know. I don't know any of those songs really. Hold me tight. What's that one?
Hold me tight.
It's okay. We're just gonna move past those.
We got to look those up, everyone. How do
And
you
we're
do it?
almost
And
to
hold
our-
me tight. Hold
We're
me to
almost
those.
to our songs. Now we get into like 30 or 40 songs that start with I, because the Beatles had so many songs that
All right,
start
let's
with
do
I.
4 at a time.
Well, I Am the Walrus. I Call Your Name. I Don't Want to Spoil the Party, and I Feel Fine.
Okay, I don't want to spoil the party.
Yeah.
That was like the last Lennon McCartney song ever recorded, right?
I don't know.
Which one was that? I don't want to spoil. Oh no, I don't want to spoil the party. I think that's another.
I Feel Fine is a big hit, right?
I feel fine. Yeah, that one's a life.
Did you know that one? Do you know that one on guitar?
I do. It goes. I have to like bring it back up, but it goes. I'm in love with her and I feel fine.
Would you play it for us?
Oh yeah, I would. Definitely. That's the ding 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 ding.
I'd love to hear it. I think it's time for some music on this show.
All right, well,
Let's do it.
Let's bring it on. I'm ready.
Grab your guitar.
Rock and roll, baby. All right. Shoot. Maybe we should stick to the plan and play.
Oh.
Should have known better. Right?
Well, can you?
That's the riff, but you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's a great riff. I love that riff. Thank you so much, Greg.
Here,
Or
let
Grunner.
me do a real good version of the riff, and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, my friend.
All right, we'll play that other one a little later. Let's.
We got
a lot of
more.
eyes
We
to
got
cover.
so many eyes.
T's
I
to cross and
forgot
I's
to remember.
cover.
I forgot to remember to forget. You know that one?
I want to say I do. Like if you put it on, I'd be like, oh yeah. But honestly, thinking I can't. Think
Maybe
of
we're not meant
one
to.
lyric from that song.
We're not meant to remember that one. That one's like a one you forget to remember.
Yeah. See, you're pulling out some good ones.
I got a woman.
I got a woman.
I gotta find my baby.
Old school ones.
I just don't understand. I Me Mine.
Oh, I love that song.
Is that a White Album?
George Harrison. All through the day, I me mine, I me mine, I me mine. Everyone's playing it. People are singing it, flowing more freely than wine. All through the day, I me mine, I me mine. Doodly 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 doo.
I feel like it's White Album, but I could be wrong.
You got me on that one. I me mine. Yeah, I feel like it's White Album too.
I Need You. I Don't Want to See You Again. I Saw Her Standing There.
Oh man, I need to listen to this podcast episode to catch all those songs.
I Should Have Known Better. Is that the one you're going to play now?
Yeah, that's the one.
All
That's
right.
it.
And now we're going to hear Gunner play I Should Have Known Better.
Yes. And now I am prepared to play I Should Have Known Better. And you should have too. Everyone out there, go out there, grab your favorite lady's hand, take her and rock her world and blow her mind. Cover your hair and your eyes. The next one's called Oh Me. I was telling Brad and Kay that every time I do that, I always think of the Kurt Cobain song from MTV Unplugged. All right. Anyways. I should have known better with a girl like you, that I would love everything that you do. And I do. Hey, hey, hey. And I do. So I never realized what a kiss could be. This could only happen to me. Can't you see? Can't you see that when I tell you that I love you, oh, you're gonna say you love me too. Oh, and when I ask you to be mine, ha ha ha, you're gonna say you love me too. So I should have realized a lot of things before. If this is love, you gotta give me more. Give me more. Hey, hey, hey. Give me more. So I never realized what a kiss could be. This can only happen to me. Can't you see? Can't you see? Hey, hey, hey. Oh man, messed up. That when I tell you that I love you, oh, you're gonna say you love me too. Oh, and when I ask you to be mine, ha ha ha, you're gonna say you love me too. You love me too. You love me too.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome job, man. That was really really good. I'm gonna
You know, it's only rock and roll when you mess up and then you continue playing it.
sh-
But
I'm gonna
once
mess up.
a once great guitar player once told me, I think I was telling you, was you could suck. It could suck, but as long as it's consistent, that's what makes a good guitar player.
That is very true.
If it's the same tempo the whole 2.5 minutes, boom, you're a good guitar player. Whether your voice is bad or
You might be fumbling around with a chord or two, but
Yeah, you know.
you didn't stop and like just stop.
well, the fumbling is what makes it. You know, the audience loses interest when they hear the fumble. So the point is, you don't want to fumble.
I'm saying like you might get the chord wrong, but like you don't stop the tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could hide it.
Yeah,
You could
yeah.
definitely hide it. I think, but I think also it's the fumble that when I hear a fumble, I lose interest. Kind of, not like on purpose. Just that's just how our brains work. Because if it's a steady and perfect song, like you don't make any fumbles and you keep it consistent, people are gonna pick up on that vibration.
It's hard to be perfect. I've been practicing my song I'm gonna do here soon all day, and it's like it takes a long time to get it right.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be practicing on camera, which makes it different.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it like harder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but anyways, let's get back into the Beatles.
I want to be your man.
I want to be your man. I want to be your man.
I want to hold your hand.
Game changer.
Game changer. Was
Changed
that
the industry?
Was that the one they played on the Sullivan Show?
Oh man.
I think it was.
Okay.
Maybe. Maybe not. But it was one of the early
Probably so.
songs.
We're gonna say that it probably was.
It's one of the earliest songs, and
I wanna be your man too. How does
no,
it-
I want to hold your hand.
Oh, I want to hold your hand. Yeah.
I want to hold your hand.
Oh, please say to me, you'll let me be your man.
Is that a McCartney? Did McCartney write that one? You think?
That is so early, so deep into the Lennon McCartney.
They
I
wrote
bet
it
you could
together. They
pick
crafted
apart.
it. They crafted it all together. The two or three of them.
Yeah, Da Vinci sculpted it, and Michelangelo painted it, and bam.
I want to tell you.
I
don't know that
I
one.
want to tell you, I feel hung up, and I don't know why. When you're here, all those problems seem to disappear.
That's got to be an
Something like
early one because I don't remember that one.
Sometimes I think
I
I
want
know
you.
well.
She's so heavy. She's so.
heavy.
That one's great.
Yeah.
It's Abbey Road.
Hey.
This one I've been getting into. I Will. Remember that one?
Oh yeah. And who knows how long I love you? Who knows how much I care? Will I lead a lonely lifetime? Yeah, I will.
I think that's White Album. I'll be back.
Together and forever. Love you with all my heart.
Yes.
Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart.
These are three I kind of don't know. I'll be back. I'll be on my way, and I'll cry instead.
I'll be back. I don't know. I can't. Not off the top of my head.
So many eyes.
I'll cry instead. Yeah, definitely.
I'll cry
So,
instead.
but I won't. So I'll cry instead. It's like rock and roll. That might be a Carl Perkins too. I love that.
I'll be on my way. Remember?
I don't know that one right off the top.
Now we'll get to I'll Follow the Sun.
Yeah, life changer.
Life changer.
Yeah, because it's so positive. Because tomorrow may rain, so I'll fall. And then you try to figure it out too. Like, dude, if tomorrow's raining, how am I going to follow the sun? Like, oh, it's like so.
Well, the sun is.
So artistic.
Yeah,
It's
sun's
such an
always
artistic
there.
song. I know, the sun's always there. It's
Coming
through-
back. It's always coming back.
It's through the rain. It's always coming back.
Or does it mean that the sun's somewhere else and he's going to go somewhere else to get out of the rain?
He's gonna go follow the sun wherever it is.
Right.
I felt like it was about like a breakup or something.
Mhm,
And he was like, It's all right. The breakup's here, but
Can we pull those lyrics up?
Wait,
let's go.
I'll follow the sun.
Yeah, I'll follow the sun.
All right.
No.
I had I'll be back up, but let's see.
Yeah, that one's. I don't know if we're gonna get
I don't
remember that one.
I bet it's
I'll
great.
get. Here's more eyes while
All
he
these
pulls that
songs
up.
I know. Like
I'll get
played
you. I'll keep you satisfied. You know those
them.
ones?
No.
Okay. I'm a loser.
Yeah.
I'm a loser's an early one.
Brandon, no, you're not. Go easy.
Uh,
I'm a loser. I know.
and then the next one, I'm
a
down. The next one's I'm down. I'm loser. I'm a loser. I'm down.
I know. Lennon. That's all Lennon.
Here we
right
go.
there. One day you'll look to see I've gone.
This is such a
tomorrow
banger.
may rain, so I'll follow the sun. Look at even if someone came up to you on their paper pad and they had those lyrics on there, you'd be like, oh, whoa, okay. Let's see. Someday you'll know I was the one, but tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. See, like that's deep. Like one day you'll know that I'm the one.
That's poetry. Yeah.
It's so artistic, yeah. But tomorrow may rain.
And then I assume that's Lennon, McCartney. Does it have the
Now the time has
writers
come.
on there?
So my love, I must go.
Paul
and
McCartney
though I
/
lose
John
a
Lennon.
friend,
Yeah, there you go.
See, that's what makes me think it's a heartbreak.
And then if you guys ever heard, it's usually Lennon McCartney. So, but McCartney asked to like get his name in front of certain songs, but it was always billed as Lennon McCartney.
Yeah.
And it's like he asked for certain songs to be McCartney Lennon.
What songs are
Like yesterday, he wanted to be McCartney Lennon, but then this one said McCartney Lennon on it.
that one
So
says
means-
McCartney Lennon?
That one says it on there, yeah.
So that's all Paul.
I mean, it may or may not mean anything.
Exactly, because it's just on
Google.
this
Yeah.
site. But like
But
in the
you heard
books,
that, right?
what?
You heard that?
Yeah, in the
he fought to have
books,
his name.
in the book, I heard it on the Stern show. He wanted yesterday to be McCartney Lennon because he wrote the entire song, and
Yeah.
like they wouldn't let him do it, and that's what he was like upset about with Yoko and stuff.
Oh, okay. When Yoko, she had to do with what did she have to do with any of that?
Well,
Oh, and also I was thinking, and I'm glad that like you brought that up because the audience needs to hear this too. But like the Beatles were not ever rich like through that whole time. Now he is Paul, but the Beatles like they lost all their money. Their managers stole all their money and siphoned all their money and put it into different products and bought himself a mansion, a new car, and Rolls Royce.
I could imagine that because they never really came off as like they were rich. At,
Yeah, they
at
never
any
did.
point. They were
They
just
were
like
hippies.
traveling around, and
They slept, they grew their beards out. They didn't get clean.
I saw footage of like John was on a farm towards like the end of the Beatles, and just like a random guy just like finds him and is like talking to him. Like there's no security. Like,
Yeah, right.
Doesn't seem like there was.
He always wore jeans and no shoes. Like
Yeah.
he was
One of
a
those
hippie.
famous rock bands in all the world, and just walking around.
Yeah, and so like so they had all their money stolen. They were always in lawsuits. That's why Apple came out, and that brought them more lawsuits. I think I'm pretty certain. But so because they weren't ever rich, I think because they weren't ever rich. And Brian Epstein was screwing them over too. That's probably why he killed himself. He was taking all their money. and giving
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
He's dead already.
Well, he's dead. But yeah, the Beatles with Brian Epstein, they were brilliant. They really had it together. Of course, they grew past that. But to finish my thing is, had they got rich, they might have just stopped in like 65. Like, you know what? We're rich. We got wives. We got families. Let's get the heck out of here. Because that's what Jerry and the Pacemakers did.
Right.
Because Jerry and the Pacemakers, I don't know if you know him, but he was really good with money.
Oh, gotcha.
And
They hit their one song. They managed their money well. They got the royalties from their own
which
songs.
is fair across
The
mercy.
Beatles had to write 200 songs and didn't even see anything.
Didn't see anything until the 80s.
But that's, I guess
And then Michael Jackson bought all the music.
I could go along with you and say that's what kept them motivated to write 10 or 12 great albums.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
like they were just like at a fast pace. Like Paul just comes up with them out of his mind, and
Yep.
they just, the four of them started making them together, and they could just like create albums within 6 months or a year.
And then, had they got the Rolls Royce and the robes and all the rich stuff like Jerry and the Pacemakers, they would have split. We don't need to do this no more. We're freaking rich. But since they're poor, it kept them in kind of a limbo.
So Sony owns their music now.
Sony owns it now. They're making
Yeah.
Spider-Man with Paul McCartney songs in it. Might as well.
That's just sad. I mean,
The vast
man.
majority.
Yeah.
And then
I
like,
could see yesterday when Zendaya and Tobey Maguire are kissing.
oh, I didn't.
Yesterday. Doo-doo-doo.
That's in the movie yesterday. I didn't see.
No,
that
I'm
one.
saying because Sony owns the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, you're saying what if?
Oh yeah.
So you might as
Oh
well.
yeah, they should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do whatever they want with it. Just
well, it's not Tobey Maguire anymore. It's that other guy.
Tobey Maguire. I
What's
thought
the
you
new
meant. I
Spider-Man
thought you
name?
meant. Yeah, the other
Tobey Maguire Jr.
guy. I was saying.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, Beatles, they weren't rich. That made them forced them to make more hits. Which some of these hits are. Are we in the J's yet?
What's that?
Are we in the
Oh,
J's
not yet. No, there's gonna be about 20 more of these eyes, maybe 30.
Maybe we should skip to it.
No. Here we go. Just listen.
All right.
There was I'm a loser, I'm down, I'm gonna sit right down and cry. I'm happy just to dance with you. I'm in love. I'm looking through you.
They're all great ones.
Where did you go?
Yep, that one's
I
great.
thought I knew you. What did I know?
I just posted that on the Instagram story. You're like, dude, I love this song.
I really do. And now we're on to I'm Only Sleeping, which is a song I learned like 10 years ago, and I've been trying to relearn it.
Yes.
I'm going to play it for you guys.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
This is rock and roll right here, everybody. You want to see rock and roll? You found it on the Brandon K Show podcast.
This
Also-
song means a lot to me because, it's about like this life being like a dream, life being like a fantasy,
Yeah.
And it's like really deep. And it has my favorite lyric in it of all time that I said last week, which was running everywhere at such a speed till they find there's no need.
Yep.
I mean, it's just like this idea of like everyone's rushing around and like what's really important in life or is running around just,
It's kind of like saying, hey, relax.
Exactly. Can you think of any other songs that are just saying relax about the Beatles?
Relax. Go through it when
Frankie
you
Goes
want to
to
get to it. Nah. by
Easy
the
Does
Beatles.
It. Easy.
By the Beatles. Easy Does It.
Let It
Easy.
Be. Let It Be is like a hey chill out
Oh,
song.
yeah. That one is. Good one. Blue Jay Way. Little instrumental. I know.
All right, I'm gonna sing this. All right. So, I'm. This is.
All right.
I'm Only Sleeping. When I wake up early in the morning, lift my head, I'm still yawning when I'm in the middle of a dream. It's going too fast. Stay in bed, float upstream. Please don't wake me, no, don't shake me. Leave me where I am, I'm only sleeping.
Oh.
Can I just redo the whole thing and you can cut that one out?
Oh, you were doing so well.
I know, but I'm going to do it better. One more time.
Okay.
I was going way too fast. All right, now I'm going to do it one more time.
All right, go.
Chill out.
And now I'm only sleeping. And now I'm only sleeping. When I wake up early in the morning, lift my head, I'm still yawning when I'm in the middle of a dream. Stay in bed, float upstream. Please don't wake me, no, don't shake me. Leave me where I am, I'm only sleeping.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to think I'm lazy. I don't mind. I think they're crazy, running everywhere at such a speed till they find there's no need. Please don't spoil my day. I'm miles away, and after all, I'm only sleeping. Keeping an eye on the world going by my window. Taking my time, lying there and staring at the ceiling. Waiting for sleepy feeling. Remember after that when it has like that, like it says reverse solo?
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Wow. Listen
well,
to
that
our
was
solo
much
instead.
more difficult than I.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
You can leave all that in there, but
All right.
that was a challenge, and I was practicing all day, but yeah, these songs are tricky.
Yes, that was great.
And
That was great.
but I gotta get out there and try. How about this one? I'm so tired. That one for me. I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. Come on now. He did that on purpose.
Is a life changer.
I'm so tired. I haven't slept a wink. I'm so tired. My mind is on the brink. Well, I wonder if you're.
I wonder.
No.
No, I wonder, should I get up and fix myself a drink?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well,
battling
I get up?
He's battling his
drink?
his alcohol.
Oh shoot! And Yoko, he's battling off of the Yoko's demons, the demons of Yoko.
So that one's a life changer, game changer, life Beatles banger. I'm talking about you. Do you know that one?
Talking about you? No, I don't.
I've got a feeling.
Oh yeah.
Feeling I can't.
Game changer,
Oh,
industry
yeah.
changer, right there. And
That's
then it just
off-
changed the industry again with the new Disney movie, The Get Back.
So I've got a feeling is off their last album, right?
Oh yeah, Let It Be.
Which was recorded it wasn't recorded as their last album. It was recorded before as what was it recorded for? It was like recorded as like a TV special or something.
Yeah, that movie, Let It Be.
They made a movie called Let It Be and they recorded it in advance and then they put out Abbey Road was their real last time recording together, which is awesome.
Which was a nice time. They said they enjoyed working together that final time.
And their last song on there was like the end. In the end,
Yeah.
I love you. So that was like their last song was like the end.
Yeah.
Maybe. And then they put out Let It Be because Phil Spector came in and he modified the tracks.
Let It
so
Be.
that he brought
All the girls'
he had all this
voices.
stuff that they had recorded and then he came in and fixed everything and put it out as an album.
Dave on the hear the ladies. That was
Long
Phil
and Winding
Spector.
Road.
All the ladies, because that's what Phil Spector does. He puts the wallow sound.
And then you were saying last week, I think like Long and Winding Road, Paul wasn't happy with it because they added too much production onto it or something.
Oh my, I'm not too certain. I don't know.
I heard that. I heard that elsewhere. No, that was true. I heard that he specifically like.
But I do know Let It Be Naked. I had that album.
So then, after it was released to the public, the Phil Spector version, then there was another version.
That's the version we all know.
The naked version came out. When did that come out?
I don't know, like 2005 or 2004 or something.
Okay, so somebody came back in, or
It
no,
was,
they
it was
just
like the
they
sequel to the #1 album, Beatles 27.
They just released it how it was.
Yeah, they stripped down all the Phil Spector stuff and they just released the tape.
You like that one better?
I don't. I like the girls singing because I'm familiar with it. That's the version we all grew up in the 80s with.
Yeah.
So the 70s and the 80s and the 90s were all about the Phil Spector tapes, Phil Spector version, and he's such a creep. But he made that. I don't know. I like it. I like the little voices of Across the Universe. I like his production. Yeah, for being such a creepy producer, he put out some good songs. I think he lost his mind after that though. And that's when he started with the guns and
He
the
probably got.
kidnapping
I
and
mean,
all that.
all the money went to his head, or what do you think?
Cocaine, drugs.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's the most expensive drugs known to man, probably because they partied. Phil Spector partied. But yeah. Anyways, don't party like Phil Spector, everybody. He's a convicted murderer.
Oh wow, we're running out of time. How about I've just seen a face.
Yeah, my favorite song ever.
What does that one go like?
I've just seen a face. I can't forget the time or place where we just met. She's just a girl for me, and I want all the world to see we met. Mm-hmm.
Is that a full song or like a little jingle?
No, it's a full song.
Okay.
Had it been another day, I might have looked the other day, but as it is,
If I fell.
If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true
and
help me understand?
I feel like this is one of my favorites. If I needed someone.
If I needed someone.
That might be off of like Yellow Submarine or something.
That's got to be Rubber Soul.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Rubber Soul for everything today.
Yeah, that's
Let It Be. What song is that off of? Rubber Soul?
I'm going to go with you and say Rubber Soul on that one.
Say Rubber Soul.
Yeah, because I had like 2 albums in high school. I had Rubber Soul and the Yellow Submarine album.
Yeah.
And then I had Beatles 1, which had all the hits.
Yeah. Everybody out there, get it. It still exists. It's on Spotify. Get it.
So like they're on
singles.
kind of like in my brain in the same place. But yeah, I bet If I Need Someone's Rubber Soul. I bet.
My father had the Past Masters.
Yep.
Past Masters Volume 1, Past Masters Volume 2. and then he also had the blue and red. And so the blue and red, that's one of the albums that they got screwed over by, because their manager put out the blue and red albums, without them getting a cut.
Oh.
I think Lennon was mad about it.
Blue and red versions of what?
Remember they had like 1964 to 66,
Oh,
67
yeah.
to 70 or whatever.
That's right.
Those albums. Yeah.
Yeah. When I got into the Beatles, I went into Rubber Soul. I had heard that was like when they started to experiment.
Okay.
And then I just kind of went from there. And I
did too, actually.
I
went
barely
the same
went.
way.
I never really went back to those originals. Like you're so into the originals, but
Oh,
like,
I love the original.
yeah, that's like they had another
It's the tempo.
5 albums. Yeah.
For
those
me, it's
originals.
all about that tempo. It's like
Oh.
if you watch the Beatles singing live, they're all like going very fast. They're like jolting very fast. But if you watch the new ones, like Revolution, it's like
Jam band.
So it's just the tempo for me. It's the tempo thing, and then the lyrics were just quick and punchy. It's like a beautiful glass of punch. It's like manufactured goodness, and they'll say that they manufactured all their songs, but they were great. We thought they were great because Lennon, he claims that the Beatles died in 65 when they signed the contract, or in 63 when they signed the contract, because he said we went from playing millions of songs to just playing 13 songs over and over and over again.
What?
Yeah, so like that's what Lennon says.
What, like the same song? Like he's
Yeah.
considered all those
'Cause
eight great Beatles albums the same song?
Yeah, because when they played in Hamburg, Germany,
The popular ones.
they were playing just every night, 8 hours a day. 8 hours. They had to make up songs, they had to write classics or cover classics. And they went from working Hamburg, busting their butts and working their fingers to the bone, to the comfort of recording 13 hits in an album. And Lennon said, all we did was play the same song over and over again. So we didn't grow past, that level of playing.
Mhm.
Whereas when they're in Hamburg, Germany, they went from like high school boys to like Beethoven's, the 4
'Cause they were
Beethovens.
playing so often, right?
Yeah, because they were playing so often. So everybody out there, just think about that. That's some food to chew on. If you do something 8 hours a day, 16 hours a day, you're probably going to get really good at it.
That's what I like to say. And that's why Brandon K is going to be every day in March.
That's right, every day.
So I got to do this every day. We're going to have you on a couple times.
You can have a
Gonna
podcast every day?
be at home in my StreamYard on some of them.
Oh, yeah, StreamYard.
Yeah, we've done StreamYard before. Interviewing people on there just to like get better. And
Yeah, just think about Hamburg. I always think about that too. I'm like, well, it's time to go to Hamburg, which to me just means you got to push like the Beatles did, 8 hours, 16 hours a day, in not so agreeable conditions.
If You've Got Trouble, you know that one? No.
Trouble, I don't know that one.
In My Life.
Yeah, that one's a
There are
life-changing.
places I remember.
When I think of love as something
Now,
new.
was that Let It Be?
That is Rubber Soul.
No way.
No, I think it is.
Can you look that up? In My
What's-
Life?
In my life.
is definitely.
Yeah, it's Rubber Soul. Definitely.
What?
Yeah, here.
Just gonna keep on saying Rubber Soul.
Yeah, it's on the screen
In
here.
Spite of All the Danger? I've never heard of that.
Oh,
one.
that's my favorite song.
What is that?
It
Where's
goes,
that
in-
one?
It's an early The Cavern hit. In spite of all the danger.
Okay.
In spite of all that may be.
The one that I liked that was a cover was A Taste of Honey.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was on our list, but I like
Taste
that
of Honey,
one.
yeah, that is a Carl Perkins song. So, In Spite of All the Danger came out on the Anthology album. Did you ever hear? My dad had that too. My dad had them all.
I might have even had them and like listened to some of them, but there was like a lot on there, so I don't even know if I heard them
I
all.
listened to all. There's like 4, right?
Yeah.
Like 4 CDs in total, and
Yeah.
they're so good. They're so good. And a lot of them came out for the Guitar Hero, the PlayStation 2 game. A lot of those Cavern hits came out in the Guitar Hero, or the Anthology hits.
Did
The
that-
Anthology came out in 95, right?
Did the anthology also have like multiple versions of the same song?
Yeah,
it
did.
did. Okay,
Outtakes
yeah.
and
Okay,
alternatives, they
yeah.
call
That's
them.
I've heard some of that. Yeah.
Good stuff. And my dad also had the BBC session, which is so good. You can find it on YouTube at very high quality. So, audience out there, you got some work to do. Some
What was it
Beatles work.
called? Beethoven what?
BBC.
BBC.
BBC sessions, yeah.
Oh,
And there's
the
2 discs.
BBC session.
And they sing like lots of covers, like so many covers plus their hits. They do like different versions of their hits. Like they do a different version of She Loves You and All My Loving. Yeah, so check
All
it
right,
out,
yeah, I gotta look.
There's some
gotta check
secrets
that
in
out.
there. Probably
You know,
where those
they-
I songs came from.
I feel like that anthology, like I know that they recorded Maxwell's Silver Hammer like 25 times
Oh, really?
at
Oh,
least,
yeah.
or maybe 50 or something. But like, I remember listening to like multiple versions of that. I think
Okay.
on the anthology, or maybe I just found them on YouTube or something.
Glass
But they
Onion.
said anthology, but
You're certain it was Maxwell Silverhammer? You heard-
Maxwell Silverhammer, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where it was. I want to listen to them now.
But then I remember John Lennon was mad that they like sat there and had to record that.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, that was like their least favorite song because they had to do it so many times and they didn't even
Hated
like the
filming
song.
it. And then like they said he hated filming Obla Di Obla Die. But then when they interviewed John, he was cool with it.
I mean, they could just catch him on an off day where he's like complaining about
Yeah,
something, and
when he
then
was on the
that
H.
becomes like history, and then like he just changes his mind the next day.
Yeah, well, he was on heroin, so very bad
Allegedly.
attitude
Wow.
for a couple of years.
Allegedly.
Allegedly on heroin, yeah.
I didn't even know that about him.
That's what he says.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what he says. Actually, I didn't hear him actually say, I shot up heroin.
Yeah.
So we don't know, but he was on something.
Have you heard of Inner Light?
Inner Light.
I feel like that's like a newer one or something. I don't know what that is.
I know that one.
It Won't Be Long.
It won't be long. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the older one.
Yeah. It won't be long. Yeah.
It's All Too Much. That's off the Yellow Submarine album, I think.
You got me.
Oh, you don't know that one?
I don't know that one.
It's all too much for me to take. I think it's off the Yellow.
If I heard it, yeah. I
Yeah,
heard all
yeah,
these
yeah.
albums, so
I like that one.
they're in my brain somewhere.
It's For You.
It's for you.
There's also a song called For You. This one's
Yeah.
called It's For You.
And for you blues.
It's Only Love.
It's only love and that is all.
This is like
I feel
that's
the
like-
way I do.
that's like number 40, but we are now done with the eyes.
Ooh, and done with the episode too. So everybody out there, we have a
Actually-
whole series of podcasts called The Beatles.
I think we can wrap up J and K too because there's only 2 J's and 3 K's.
Okay.
Julia,
Brandon K.
Brandon K. The K's are never heard of them. J, Julia.
Half of what I say is meaningless, but I say it just to please you, Julia.
Is that White Album?
Yeah, White Album. John's mom. The
He
song
wrote it
about
to his
John's
mom?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know. Pretty sad song, huh? It kind of reminds me of Dear Prudence too. I think they were like written on the same day.
We got 10 minutes left. Can we look up the lyrics to Julia?
Julia? Okay.
This is supposedly John Lennon's song to his mom.
Letter to his mother that he wrote.
There's one here, J for Junk.
Oh, Junk?
I
Oh
don't-
man, that's Paul McCartney, right? Isn't that
Okay, it's not even a
Motor
Beatles song.
cars, bicycles for
All right, so here's
two.
Julia.
Here we
right
got
here.
Kansas City, Hey, 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 Hey. You know that
Man,
one?
I need to hear the Beatles version of Junk.
Keep Your Hands Off My Baby.
Kansas City Chiefs, everybody. They just won. I blasted that song when the Kansas City Chiefs won.
Really? Wow, I
Kansas
never
City
heard
is
of
gonna
that.
take my baby back home.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, Paul McCartney's ripping vocally. What was the other one? The other
Keep
K?
Your Hands Off My Baby.
Keep your hands off my baby.
And then we got a German one, Komm, gib mir den Hand. Oh, which is probably I Want to Hold.
Sheets.
This might be I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Unlieb Sheets. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that it? Is that the song?
That is it. Unlieb Sheets. All
Okay,
right.
here we go.
Half
Julia.
of what I say is meaningless, but I say it just to please you, Julia.
Oh, and this is a short one.
It was till then. Couldn't I go from there? No, because that was perfect.
I guess that's it. Yeah.
That is it.
That's also a Paul McCartney / John Lennon.
it's a little
which is
short one, huh?
Probably not accurate.
Well,
Well,
there
what'd
it
you-
is,
what-
everybody.
any final thoughts about what we talked about today?
My final thoughts are that I just want to. This is a podcast where we stand up.
Oh, oh, oh,
I just want to get up and boogie.
And just- just-
This is how the Beatles dance. Look at. Loves you, yeah, yeah.
We-
Look at this.
We can't see your head, but that's okay.
It's so dope.
Get up and dance, twist and shout, twist and shout.
Heck yeah.
Remember,
This is a podcast where we stand up, everybody.
didn't the
So great. We should say that, huh?
did they? Okay, so but yeah, the Beatles they were like they got in trouble because they were like too suggestive back in the early days. Huh?
Oh, yeah,
just for
remember?
like shaking their hips, or was that Elvis? Or both
Well,
of them?
Elvis was
Definitely
shaking his
Elvis.
hips.
Yeah.
But Paul, remember that the interview? They're like, "Oh, you're writing about lesbians and prostitutes," and he's like, "What do you say to that?" And he's like, "Well, I'm too busy to say anything because I'm writing about lesbians and prostitutes," and everyone starts laughing.
What Paul McCartney said that?
Yeah, because they
Who-
ask him.
When did he write about those? When did he write about prostitutes?
I'm not. I think it was.
This must have
Was
been
it
later
Day
on.
Tripper?
She's a day. Probably. I mean, probably. I mean, I'm
not too
sure that
certain.
he touched on those subjects at some
I'm
point.
not too certain what they were pertaining to, but there is a famous interview. You could
And
look
he
it up
said-
on YouTube.
Yeah,
find
look it up. And he said what?
They're like, they said this song's about a lesbian, and they said this song's about a prostitute. What are you gonna do about this, or something like that? And then Paul's, he gets like a tongue-in-cheek answer, like
Yes.
he does in his manner, and he's like, "Well, I'm too busy writing about prostitutes and lesbians to care."
They were very clever and silly, those Beatles.
Yeah, they were great. Like no one has that energy, that life. Like if you watch celebrities nowadays, they're so boring. They're trying to be so sophisticated.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Marilyn Manson. I know everything.
Oh, Marilyn.
Or hey, I'm freaking. What's that one famous guy? I'm Adam Driver. Oh, I know everything. It's like, dude, how about you just say something funny, stand up,
Well, they were like early 20s when they got famous. So like then they just had to like do like interviews all day long. So they were like very sarcastic.
Here it is. We got it.
What?
Yes. Thank you, Solomon.
Was this? He's gonna say it?
Yeah, we're not gonna play the
Oh yeah.
lyrics.
This is it though.
Oh yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
copyright infringed.
But yeah,
Okay.
it says prostitutes and lesbians. That's all.
Go
right
look
there
that
at the
up.
bottom.
Go look that up, and Greg will be
And if you
vindicated.
and in that video, Crosby's there. See that little head in the back? Oh, they're gonna talk to Crosby.
That's so funny.
That's David Crosby. And then John's like, "Oh, that's our mate from the Birds,
And
David Crosby."
he looks young. He's probably in his.
20. He's got to be 23 right there.
He's like about to go impregnate some more girls.
Yeah. Wait, that was in '68, but probably there too. Probably even more, huh? Paul McCartney. You don't know that about him because his public relations was so good. That's a true story.
Well, they had no social media, so
no social media.
You can control.
That's where all his
everything
money
back then.
went. All his money went to just paying off.
But isn't that crazy? Like even with social media, I think like even Nick Cannon doesn't have as many kids as Paul McCartney.
Oh wait, I have a button for that now.
It's a different topic for a different episode.
Yes. All right. So what I came here to say today is the Beatles are awesome. I'm every day in March. Greg is going to join me
Yes, I am.
here and there.
Yes, I am, everybody.
We're going to get together. We're going to play music. We're going to practice how to be better podcasters, myself. And
Yeah.
and maybe I'll do.
We're going to go to Hamburg, 8 hours a day podcasting, 16 hours a day.
Maybe I'll try that song again because I wasn't happy with my performance there. But it's what's most important is that you get out there and you try.
Yeah. Oh, wait, we got to do the paternity reveal. Is the child.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So at the beginning of the show, I actually took a blood test and saw of a child. Hold on, I don't think I can do it with a straight face.
Right.
No, but I did. I met a young boy, and I was wondering if this was Greg's child, and we took a paternity test.
All right, let's see.
We took a paternity test. We want to know is Greg the father?
Are the results in?
And the results.
All right, let me think about this. Hold on. Let's hear this.
The results are in. Greg, you are the father. And Greg's an actor too. I don't know if I mentioned that. That Greg.
I don't know what to do. I'm so happy.
On
I
those
always wanted
shows,
to be a dad.
on those shows, they always
up.
get
The
up.
podcast
They get up.
always
Yes,
stand up.
they stand up and they run around and they start like just freaking the hell out.
Yep.
Please stand,
Oh my gosh.
shout out. Good meeting you, Johnny K.
Good meeting you, Greg.
Show everybody. Peace out. We're having fun.
And we'll be back next week, or we'll be back tomorrow with comedy improv advice. Thank you for joining us.